indeed, and welcome into the Guest Room Podcast. I'm your host, Mike. That's Kevin over there.
Constancy.
That's Andy.
Is?
And that's KD.
Problematic.
Okay, explain yourself.
Some people don't like that. Some people like, having it where change is the only constant.
That is deep.
It was wide.
So deep. I've heard that people describe this podcast as deep.
Really?
Yeah, which, by the way, is a trivia podcast, and we invite you to play a game along with us each episode. And the game is called the Secret Phrase Game. So one of the hosts has been assigned a secret phrase by the other three hosts, and it's your job to figure out who got assigned that phrase and what that phrase is. And at the end of the episode, we will tell you how to submit your guess and get a chance to receive some sweet merch from this deep and wide podcast. Katie, you don't have a news update for us, do you?
I don't. I have an injury update.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I think somehow I've strained a lat. No, an oblique. Those are different, right?
I know what a lat is, I think, because of invisible lat syndrome. I don't know what an oblique is.
I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back to invisible lat syndrome. I think oblique is like the abs of your side.
The abs of your side. So where the muffin top is?
What?
You know. The Muffin Man?
Mike, you're saying...
I know
saying,
the Muffin Man.
Mike, you're saying things that we don't know.
I had 2 muffins today for breakfast.
More lumbus bread.
Lumbus bread.
That's my injury update. Don't know what happened. Just now it kind of hurts to do stuff.
Is there a Q next to your name?
Or a P, which doesn't exist anymore?
What?
Probable.
It's not a thing anymore?
No. It's only questionable now.
Oh, okay.
I'm doubtful, or I was doubtful. I guess now I'm only questionable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
You're not on the COVID list.
Invisible.
No. Lat syndrome?
ILS for short.
Yeah.
No
what's
way.
that?
No. There's absolutely no way you didn't make this up.
Well, actually, I first heard it from somebody who rooms with you, but I thought it was pretty funny. It's for
when they were at the James, or is that the other one?
the guys who walk like they have enormous lats, but there's nothing there. So their arms, kind of stand out from their body, from their torso, but they have invisible lats.
On the rare occasion that our mother has spoken of muscles before,
Whoa, what?
I believe that she regales our father with stories of how in college she was smitten by his lopsided lats.
Dude had a lat on one side.
Yeah, he had super awesome right side lat
Yeah.
from being a pitcher, and that's like the only muscle reference she's ever made.
Maybe in order to make more muscle references as a mother, you need to have sons with more muscles.
More muscles, not bigger, just more.
More of them.
Yeah.
Do you think that's our failing or her failing us?
Both.
Okay.
Wait, we can all take a little bit of responsibility for that.
Definitely Andy and I will take a little bit of responsibility for that.
Yeah, you're keeping us here instead of at the James.
My fault.
Which listeners at home, the James is
It's when you go to the gym to lift heavy things.
really heavy things.
Yeah, instead of just playing basketball or swimming laps or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you have to use the restroom, you go to the John. All right, today we are going to be playing a little round of Jeopardy, which on the Guest Room podcast, we call that a Jepisode. Now, today's Jepisode...
we get nastier and nastier.
So bad.
It's been prepared for us by Kevin. So, Kevin, why don't you walk us through your categories?
This is not just a Jepisode.
Oh,
It
my.
is. Oh,
That-
it's not?
That's a big uh-oh for
That's
me.
how I introduced it.
I mean, it is.
You introduced it as a little
but
Jepisode.
I'm calling this this is a metasode. All right, now here's your categories.
Were we supposed to ooh and ah right there?
No, we're supposed to he and ha.
Or hem and ha?
No, he and ha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Category.
Category 1.
Category 1, punctuation.
Nope, not punction.
Not punction. Punctuate. Yeah, you got it. Category 2, animals-ish.
Okay.
Animal sick.
Animal sish.
Category 3, food.
Okay.
Category 4, women.
Okay.
Category 4, men. Category, that was 5. Category 6, imperatives.
Huh.
Now,
This is a very simple board.
Path with me.
it is a very simple board.
That's what I.
Here's the reason it's so simple. The answer to... Oh, and by the way, there are some bonus... I should just tell you right now.
No, of course.
Of course.
There's a 7th bonus question on punctuation. There's a...
Why? Who told him he could do this?
Don't worry
we
about
didn't stop him the first time.
it. There's a 7th bonus question on food. There's a 7th bonus question on men. And there's a 7th bonus question on imperatives.
I think at this point you could have made an entire new episode
Yeah.
with all of the 700-point questions that you have.
Maybe. Yeah, so the reason that this is a simple-ish board
It's because it's a meta board.
is
Simple-ish.
it is a metasode, and
Sorry.
every answer is I'm asking you for the exact title of one of our previous episodes.
Oh,
What?
no. Oh, no.
Oh no! Oh no!
Brew.
Beach.
This is the metasode.
Des.
And for our listeners at home, there are only 80 episodes released at the time of this recording. There are other ones in the hopper right now that have not yet been released.
hopper.
This is based on our first 80 released episodes on your main
Oh, no.
streaming services. You should do extra well in this, Andy, because you're the one that ultimately posts
Yeah.
these things.
You titled them
I don't, though. Well, sometimes
You
I do.
approve the title that KD puts
sometimes
together.
I change
and
it.
often spell them incorrectly.
Often. No.
Semi-often.
I spell it incorrectly, and Andy fixes
and he
it.
continues spelling it incorrectly. Anyway, we normally fix those things before you listeners see them at home. So that's the story with this board.
Okay.
Just wrap your heads around that. So there are
Okay.
things that fall into these categories
Okay,
that have been episode titles.
but we need the full
you need the
episode title.
I'm asking you on every single question for the exact episode title.
Like,
Okay.
I'm a little worried.
Yeah, same.
All right, KD, you get to go first.
Yay. Let's go punctuation for 100.
Punctuation. KD.
It's an Oxford comma situation.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
That's
Wow.
probably not the right episode title, but I think I've got the right
like
episode.
you had its or something?
Yeah.
I'll read the question now.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
And you'll see now the format of the question as well. Number 1, 71. The only episode title ending in 2 exclamation points. What's his name?
Mike.
Mike.
Cusco.
Yes, that is correct.
Oh,
So you're giving us most of the title.
Well, I think,
maybe.
The title of that episode is Cusco with 2 exclamation
Oh.
points.
Oh, okay.
should I have yelled that?
I would have appreciated it.
Sorry. Let's just imagine we go back in time.
Okay.
Cusco!
Awesome. Good job. 100 points.
Awesome.
Mike, the board is yours
Punctuation 200, please.
for 200. 10. Andy muses about a dessert flavoring. Todd could tell him more.
Katie,
KD,
but why is it coconut cream?
that is correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Why is that under punctuation?
Because of the question mark
Yeah.
and quotation marks
Yeah.
and stuff?
So everything in this category ends with
Ends with
ends with punctuation, which
got it.
others do not.
Okay. Punctuation for 300.
For 300. 59. Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars would agree with this all-time burn of their city.
Mike.
Mike,
Detroit's dark.
that's correct. Mike, the board is yours.
By the way, how nerdy would it be if we were able to buzz in just by you saying the numbers? 59.
I mean,
Detroit's dark.
I'm thinking maybe that might happen on a few of these, but I guess we'll see.
All right. Punctuation 400.
400. 40. We joined the Beebs in musing. Perhaps we needed a DTR.
Mike.
Kitty,
Mike,
Are we an item?
that's correct.
girl, quit playing.
That was a good episode.
I think that progressed into 3 episodes with some bleed over.
It did.
There was.
Let's go. Punctuation for 500.
For 5. 38. We teed up this question and never bothered definitively answering it, though I'm still convinced the answer is yes. 38. We teed up this question and never bothered definitively answering it, though I'm still convinced the answer is yes.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
It's definitely a 500 pointer.
Nope.
Yep.
Sorry, the answer is can Kevin putt? We teed it up.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Good clue. Good clue. Punctuation, 600.
600. 57. This is not quite the cradle of civilization, but it was a
Kitty.
KD.
Mesopotamia?
That is correct.
Oh.
Good memories, Andy?
You could say that.
KD, the board is yours.
Punctuation for 7?
700. 63. This very wetly answers the question of whether we are more than the sum of our parts.
Oh, no. Repeat.
Mike. Together we're Aquaman.
That's correct.
Oh, man.
Good job, Mike.
Wow. Nice job, Mike.
Okay. Let's go for food for 100.
Food for 100. 13. Henry is certain about how much he likes this restaurant.
Katie.
KD.
Wait, what's the restaurant title? I cannot get this wrong. Benihana?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Oh, no.
13. Henry is certain about how much he likes this restaurant.
I thought it was Benihana.
I'm looking for the exact episode title.
Oh, crap.
That's not it either.
Oh,
The answer is
I'm sure it's Benihana.
yes.
Ah,
Henry is certain.
Ah.
All right. Katie, the board's still yours?
Mike.
Mike, the board's yours.
Food 200.
200. 35. Just the original here. No derivatives like snore, Thor, gore, or chore.
Mike.
Hors
d'oeuvres.
That's correct.
Hors d'oeuvres, as Andy would say.
That's correct.
Food 300.
300. 5.
Whoa.
Early on, we learned about the classification of the first syllable of our favorite suitcase.
Kitty.
Andy,
Portmanteau.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Mike. Port is a red wine.
That is correct.
Food for 400.
For 400. 45. Better ingredients, better pizza, and the best supporter.
Can you please repeat?
45. Better ingredients, better pizza, and the best supporter. Sorry, the answer is the Papa's #1 fan.
Yes.
Wow. I do not remember that at all.
That's when we had your... Didn't we drop down your addresses? And there was 19 addresses.
Because you've ordered from Papa John's so much.
Oh, that's right.
And it's great that this happens tonight when we are eating Papa John's. Not a sponsor.
Turkey!
And Kevin's eating turkey.
Yeah.
No, Kevin, this is worth it. Kevin is eating chips.
Chops.
They're not potato chips and they're not tortilla chips. They're made out of chicken.
Yep.
And
It's like pork rinds, but chicken.
yeah,
They're not rinds. Not
Yeah.
even close.
I said like pork rinds.
texture is like a potato chip. But the first ingredient is chicken.
Yep. Second ingredient's like egg whites.
It's very strange, but I liked it. Okay, where were we?
You're welcome. I will also say I almost made a category of my least favorite episode titles, and that one would have probably made the list as well.
That makes sense.
Title wise, it wasn't our finest hour, I don't think. So that was the 400 point question.
All right, let's go food for 5. Oh my.
Mike,
What's the
where do we
score?
stand score wise?
Yeah, so Andy's got -300. KD's got that times -2 for 600. And
Okay.
Mike has 2,000.
Okay.
Mike, dude, this is totally the board. You can break the record. There's a bunch of 700-point questions. Do it.
Do it.
You guys,
Yeah.
but I could go down to 0 and then I'd still be 300 ahead of Andy. 2,000. Making it true.
We're truing it. All right, here we go. 31.
Oh, man.
Does it seem ironic that the only reason I ever went to the dentist as a kid was because I was doing this? 31. Does it seem ironic that the only reason I ever went to the dentist as a kid was because I was doing this?
I'm going to lose my true here and say playing tonsil hockey.
That'd be a great episode title, but that is not this episode title.
Chewing your doors?
No, I'm sorry. The answer I was looking for is going for the dum-dums. Going for the dum-dums.
All right. Food for 600.
Food for 600. 18. I don't think it would have taken long for someone to invent something fitting this particular bill. No one likes soggy carbs.
Please repeat.
18. I don't think it would have taken long for someone to invent something fitting this particular bill. No one likes soggy carbs.
Do we have an episode title about a wet noodle?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Sorry, the answer is the best thing since stewed bread. The best thing since stewed bread.
Wow. It's a good line.
Mike.
Food 700.
Food for 7.
Food for thought.
25. You would have had to live in the 14th century to realistically be able to do this. You would have had to live in the 14th century to realistically be able to do this.
Andy. When the barbarians knock, don't panic.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect, but that would have been a good episode title, too. Were they bringing foodstuffs with them? Is that why it was in this category?
Yeah, I thought that's what.
Oh, okay.
No, I can't think of it.
Sorry, the answer is I've never dipped a banana in Black Death.
Oh.
That was an episode title.
It was. Yeah. And a pretty good one. I mean, that's a good title,
Yeah.
if I do say so.
Well, the board is still weirdly mine, so let's go for...
Yeah. How do the scores stand after 2 full categories?
Andy's got negative 1,000.
Woo!
Mike's got 0. Katie's got 600.
Andy managed to do negative 1,000 on 2 questions. And he was only at negative 300 after the first. So that's a new...
Welcome to
fun
Kevin's
So
board.
that's a nice feature. Let's go for animals-ish for 100.
Sacrifices were made.
With the animals? Animals-ish for 100. So the reason this is animals-ish is because technically we don't have 6 episodes with animals in the title, but you'll see what I mean. Number 1.
Okay.
75. One of the truest statements uttered on the podcast. It doesn't just apply to tails, but legs, necks, tongues, and much more.
Wait, what?
One of the truest statements ever uttered on the podcast. It doesn't just apply to tails, but legs, necks, tongues, and much more. Episode 75.
This was recent.
Uh-huh.
What do we...
Bruh.
I thought recency bias, this would be immediate.
Yeah,
And
I would think so.
turns out we are not our biggest fans.
Our biggest fan is foaming at the mouth at home. Come on, guys, you should know this.
We're our...
As people are listening to this, scrolling through the library, my answers.
We just get a bunch of emails. We crushed you guys.
Idiots. I'm sorry, the answer was everything is significant on a giraffe.
That was a very good episode title.
Yeah.
And a very true statement. Animals-ish, 200.
200. 30. A simple before and after gifted flight to a classic late-night host.
Mike.
Blue
Jay Leno.
That is correct. Mike, the board is yours.
Thank you, sir. Let's go animals-ish for 300.
Animals-ish for 3. 6. This primate starts on the right side.
Oh. Kitty.
KD.
Waxing gibbon.
That is correct.
Wow. Oh, wow.
KD, the board is yours.
Almost said a waning gibbon. Animals-ish for 4.
For 4. 55. We never really determined how Mike was able to scrounge up these apocalyptic friends.
Oh. Yep, I don't remember that title.
55. We never really determined how Mike was able to scrounge up these apocalyptic friends.
What do you remember about
What
it?
do you remember, Katie?
See, I'm talking to a microphone. I would just talk to Andy.
You can.
I'll take off my headphones.
Not
Yeah.
Mike.
I'm going to talk on the only Andy frequency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tuned out.
The apocalyptic friend has to be a zombie, right?
Oh, I was thinking Roach.
What? We didn't have that in our title.
I know we didn't, but that's what I was thinking.
That didn't help, KD.
Sorry. That also didn't help KD.
I'm sorry, the answer is I have a pig and a goat.
Oh, yeah. That's right. That's what I would have.
Seems the only one that could have helped us was Mike.
I mean, you didn't ask me.
Yeah.
Animals-ish for 500.
For 5. 15. So, a Lombax isn't technically a real animal, but when he teams up with his robot buddy, Kronk and Yzma are greatly entertained. 15. So, a Lombax isn't technically a real animal, but when he teams up with his robot buddy, Kronk and Yzma are greatly entertained.
Andy?
Andy,
Ratchet and Clank?
that is correct.
Whoa.
Where?
Ratchet is a Lombax.
Wow. What's a Lombax?
That's the species name that his creators of the game gave to him.
Wow.
Wow.
Good job,
Andy,
Andy.
the board is yours.
For
Wow.
the first time this episode. Let's go 600.
600. 56. Also featuring a bit of a stretch in the animal kingdom. They might also stretch when you try to fit into them.
Andy,
Andy,
gargoyle pants.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Oh. So that just wasn't the title. Kitty,
Katie,
pants with the gargoyles?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
No.
Mike, go for it.
Sorry, the answer is baggy pants with
Darn
a
it.
gargoyle.
No. Baggy pants with the gargoyles.
With a gargoyle. Where is the gargoyle? I think was the follow-up question in the episode.
Oh. Flarkin Darkin.
Flarkin Darkin indeed. We're halfway through this board, Mike. How do we stand?
So
Wobbly.
Andy's got negative 1,100.
Nice.
KD... No, sorry. Mike has 200 and KD has 300.
Barn burner. All right. Women, men, and imperatives. Some would say there's only 2 remaining categories. All right. Whose board is it?
It's mine. Let's do imperatives for 1.
All right. Imperatives for 1. 72. A recent exhortation to listeners to take a step back and consider.
It's not the Star Wars quote. It's something else.
No,
A recent exhortation to listeners to take a step back and consider.
So it's not you need to go home and rethink your life.
I need to go home and rethink my life.
It's not that. It's something else.
yeah.
Something. Sorry, the answer is just pause right now and reevaluate your life.
That was as recent as 72?
It was.
Mm-hmm.
The board is someone's.
It's mine. Imperatives for 2.
For 2. 20. If his captor decided to implement the 100-pointer, a masochistic prisoner receiving a lashing might turn and say this to his captor.
Please repeat.
If his captor decided to implement the 100-pointer, a masochistic prisoner receiving a lashing might turn and say this to his captor.
Oh. Nope. Don't have it.
For no points?
No.
Sorry, the answer was let the flogging continue.
Ah.
Yeah. it's pretty good.
KD,
I think that was because of a KD board. 300.
probably. 300. 37. What the guard might say back to the prisoner, rebuffing him Stanley style.
What does
Andy.
that mean?
Andy,
Shove it up your.
that is correct.
400.
I love the kick that Andy gets when he gets the question right. 400. 9. Take a load off by overexerting yourself with furniture.
Mike,
Mike,
pull up a couch.
that is correct. Mike, the board is yours.
That's a pretty good clue. Imperatives 500.
500. 53. If we had more public punishments for criminals, I could see a peeping Tom holding a bucket of Sharpies and wearing a sandwich board stating this.
Repeat.
If we had more public punishments for criminals, I could see a peeping Tom holding a bucket of Sharpies and wearing a sandwich board stating this.
He knew too much.
They knew too much.
Sorry, the answer is color me shamefully interested.
Wow. That clue.
That was a fitting clue.
Thank you. Mike, the board is yours.
How can I set up a scenario for this clue?
Wait, but that was before we had the secret phrase, right? That was just something we actually said.
Yes, I think I said
That
it.
was definitely Kevin, yeah. Imperative 600.
600. 74. Or better yet, a judge could order this to make that phrase be more permanently emblazoned on the creep's visage.
Repeat.
Or better yet, a judge could order this to make that phrase be more permanently emblazoned on the creep's visage.
I don't know of any episode title with the word brand.
You make a good point.
Sorry, the answer is tattoo it on your face.
Shoot.
We should have gotten that.
Yep. Should have.
Imperative 700.
700. 66. The most sage advice on this list. Zach would be proud of anyone slowing down regardless of their progress.
Oh. KD.
KD.
Oh, crap. This is a 700-point question. Never stopping running.
And that happened.
No.
I wasn't sure if that'd be a good thing or a bad thing happening.
The most sage advice on this list. Zach would be proud of anyone slowing down, regardless of their progress.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
Hold on is called.
I can't think of it.
Sorry, the answer is when you're ahead,
Don't stop running.
don't keep running.
Don't keep running.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, I remember that.
Two categories remaining, and it is someone's board.
Yes, it is mine, I believe.
That sounds correct. Although, wait, didn't Andy get shove it up your?
He did. For what pointage?
Oops, 300. Oh, no,
Yeah,
you
and
got
I
pulled
got
up the
4.
couch for 4. Yeah.
All right.
We got women and we got men.
Well, let's go for women, 100.
Let's go for women. For 100, 44. Mike's wife's alter ego.
Katie.
Mike. Katie.
Sikh count. Ooh, the Sikh Countess of Swaziland.
I'm still going to give that to you, even though the is not in the title.
Okay. Thank you.
You had the correct phrase. Katie, the board is yours.
Women for 2.
For 2. 8. Andy's plea still makes no sense to me, but I think it reminds me of Taylor Swift.
Oh, Katie,
KD?
don't take the country out of the girl.
That is correct. Because if you do, that's how she's going to end up.
Ooh.
Yeah? You like what I did there?
Yeah, that's fair.
I didn't get it. Women for 3.
You don't get women?
I don't get women
For 3.
For 3.
All right, for 3. 4. We all know our duty. Now let's get out there and steel ourselves against Friday.
Shoot. Kitty.
KD.
It's on all of us to stop Rebecca Black.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Furiously coming back here. KD, it's your board.
I might not get women, but I know women.
Okay, I know some as well.
400.
400. 23. This might be my favorite episode title, though it also could have been Samara Monger and still could have made it into this category.
Please repeat.
This might be my favorite episode title.
Did you say the number again?
23. You just want me to say that again because it's 23?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
wanted to
23.
know what it was.
This might be my favorite episode title, though it also could have been Samara Monger and still could have made it into this category.
Can you spell Samara Munger?
Yes. Samara space Monger. That's the saddest time I've ever had to make that sound. The answer is Groner Mamas.
Oh, wow. I was like, how is Samara Monger supposed to help me?
Yeah.
Well, Samara is also the name of a woman.
Yeah. I just thought it was like an actress I didn't know.
Same.
Bummer.
But yeah, that's another anagram of more anagrams. Samara Monger.
Samara Monger.
All right, someone's bored. KD.
Yep.
Women for 5.
Women for 5. 77. Me when someone travel flexes on me, I guess.
Andy.
Andy.
Domestic woman of knowledge.
That is correct.
600.
600. 19. These obviously don't exist, but there are probably some men who wish they did. I think Mike wants to answer.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Repeat.
These obviously don't exist, but there are probably some men who wish they did. Sorry, the answer is opinionless women.
Oh. Are there men that don't?
I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. All right, one category to go. Where do we stand, Mike?
It's shaping up to be a really close game.
Okay.
Andy's got negative 300.
Okay, that's par for the course.
Katie's got 200.
Okay.
And Mike's got 600.
So there's only 900 points separating the entire field.
And if you add our scores up, we have 500.
Okay. Hey, this is tight.
Tight.
All right. Whose board is it? Andy. Go ahead.
Men for 100.
Men for 100. Men.
Men.
How many of us have them?
Oh.
Friend of the show. Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. 58. I think this guy starred in Rule of Skok, Lacho Nibre, Thopic Trunder.
Andy.
Mike.
Andy.
Black.
I'm sorry.
Katie.
What?
I think Mike is next.
Back Jack.
That is correct.
Yes.
All right. Men for 200.
Men for 2. 2. This is the formal way to greet this entity.
Kitty.
KD.
Hello, Mr. Roboto.
That is correct.
So formal.
These are bad memories.
We'll never live that one down.
KD, the board is yours.
Men for 3.
Men for 3. 79. He must be the most boring spiritual being of all time.
I feel so bad that I don't know this.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
79.
Mike. Robert the Angel.
That is correct.
Oh. That's your first name.
Truth be told, yes, it is my first name, and it's completely boring.
At least if you're an angel. If you're an actuary, you're probably really cool.
In the actuary world, it's like there's a bunch of Johns and Matthews.
But Robert
Shout out
the
to
Angel.
John and Matthew.
We love you, John and Matthew. Men for 400.
Men for 4. 47. He had a rank. He had the spirit of a lion. No, wait, a cow. He was gone too soon.
Mike.
Captain
Beefheart.
That is correct.
Oh, wow.
Didn't know if there's more to it.
No, he had a rank. He had the spirit of a lion. No, wait, a cow. Gone too soon.
Forever in our beef hearts.
Oh, we love you, Cap.
Mike.
Men for 500.
Men for 5. There's a couple of very important questions coming up here. 24. Some call him James. Some call him Jimmy. But we all know he was a baller that preferred this name. 24. Some call him James. Some call him Jimmy. But we all know he was a baller that preferred this name.
Andy. Was Dr. Milk Crate guy?
That is correct.
Wow.
Where did you pull that out of?
Oh, I remember that one.
James Naismith.
Wow.
My gosh.
That's incredible.
That brings you positive.
And I mean that.
Does it really?
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
not credible.
Wow.
He told me a fact about that episode a couple weeks ago. Based on our stats.
Yeah.
And I think it's our most listened to episode
It is
ever,
our most
actually.
listened to if you take out the first.
Adjusted for inflation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
600.
600. 21. Some would have thought this clue would be found in a different category. But we know the truth, and it's wearing jeans.
Repeat.
21. Some would have thought this clue would be found in a different category. But we know the truth, and it's wearing jeans.
Hold on.
Hold on, called.
Wow, I've never seen a more passionate hold on called.
He's doing the Kevin where he's taking off his headphones and plugged his ears. Covered his ears.
I think pluggered is the appropriate word.
Oh man, I thought I was on the right track, and then I realized I was not.
Yeah, I thought this was
Andy.
William Denham.
That is correct.
Yes.
Wow.
What?
Those were two that were no longer in my Rolodex.
Well done. Okay, you now have half the points of Mike, so you've just made this a game with those last two.
If he gets the last one, he's tied with me.
That's right. But if KD gets the last one, he's only 300 points behind you. So this is, again, huge last few questions.
Yeah.
All right, 700. 64. Feeling overly enthusiastic, dejected, livid, stop, or this man will help you stop.
Please repeat.
64. Feeling overly enthusiastic, dejected, livid,
Kitty,
KD.
the emotion constable.
That is correct.
No way. Where? Whose podcast was this?
All right, and that's the board. Where do we stand, Mike?
That was a crazy episode.
Wow.
So Andy has 700, KD has 1100, and Mike has 1400.
This is a total
That was
rat race.
all, by the
end.
way, after I lost 2000 on double Jeopardy.
Indeed, it was. You should be crushing right now.
Crush.
But unfortunately, you didn't know going for the dum-dums.
Going for the dum-dums.
All right, Final Jeopardy. Your category is maths. All right, so I've got the wagers. Your category is maths. Here is your clue. Other than the episodes mentioned earlier, there are 3 other episodes containing numbers in the title. One contains a baseball reference. One references a decade. And one was a final Jepisode wager. What is the sum of these 3 numbers?
Clarifying question. the ending of the decade. So if it was like if it was the 1910s, would it be 1910 or would it be?
It's the
10?
way that it's listed in the episode title.
Got it.
That I'm asking for. Do you need me to repeat?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. I just like pausing that and restarting it. Other than the episodes mentioned earlier, there are 3 other episodes containing numbers in the title. One contains a baseball reference. One references a decade. And one was a final Jepisode wager. What is the sum of these 3 numbers? All right. And the guesses are on the board.
Emphasis on the word guesses.
Guesses.
So again,
it is the Guess Room podcast.
One episode contained a baseball reference. Does anyone know what that episode is?
Nope.
Fool me once, strike one.
Can you hit that button that...
Well, I'm wrong.
Yep, that one. That one.
Yep.
Unless somehow I got really lucky.
One references a decade. Does anyone know what that one is?
The 80s.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Leprosy was huge in the
90s.
90s.
Leprosy was huge in the 90s.
I'm going to have to get really lucky then.
Boy.
Whoa.
And one was a final Jepisode wager. Does anyone know what that is?
Swifty 5?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
So what is the sum of these 3 numbers? Andy wrote...
That number.
2,110. Good guess, man. KD wrote 1,084. And Mike wrote Schwifty5. I'm sorry, the answer was 146. So none of you got it right. Andy wagered all of his points. Katie wagered 999, leaving him with 101. And Mike wagered 301, leaving him with 1099, which means he wins by...
Turning in a tax form.
He wins by 998 over KD, and all of the scores were just 1s, 0s, and 9s at the end. So that's
Almost binary.
Almost binary.
Almost binary.
That happened.
yeah. None of you got that last one right, but 146, I think
That was
a number that will live in infamy.
Not bad. I'd like to thank Captain Beefheart and my mom and
Groner Mamas.
Groner Mamas and Samara Monger
Samara Monger.
for this win. Or just as a recap, Andy 0, KD 101, Mike 1099.
This is the Metasode.
You know, this was well done. I have
Yes.
to give that to you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I mean, maybe it was a little bit of being propped up by my opponents, but I really felt strong after 2 categories and realized how hard it was going to be after that. Because I think I started with my 2 strongest categories.
Punctuation and food.
Yeah, just in life, those are my 2 strongest categories.
Sure. Yeah. I'd go with women and imperative.
Yeah, that's what I thought yours would be too.
Which leaves animals and men for Andy and Kevin. For KD, I mean.
Yeah.
Um,
We'll let you deduce who's who.
Why do you guys get 2 and we get 1?
Don't worry about
That's
it.
just how it worked out.
Ah,
I guess you can be, what was that?
Knucklehead?
No, what was the Final Jeopardy category? Something about
Maths.
Maths.
Hmm.
Somebody could be maths. Yeah, no, that was well executed. Good idea and well executed.
yep, that was fun.
We can only do that every so often, I think.
When just after we release episode 160.
Yeah,
do it
there you go.
again.
I'll do it again at that point in time.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Kevin.
You're welcome.
Not only was it fun to win and fun to laugh, it was fun to kind of walk down memory avenue.
Here comes dun-da-dun.
Yeah.
Here comes dun-da-dun.
Memory Boulevard, and remember some of those great episode titles and the episodes that accompanied them.
I don't think you're allowed to use the word boulevard anymore, because didn't the lead singer of Green Day renounce his American citizenship?
He did.
So they have the word boulevard on lockdown.
Are you assuming I know some connection between Green Day and Boulevard?
Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Broken Dreams.
Wait, Katie, what did you just do?
I knew a thing.
What was that?
Yeah.
Do it again. Like
Try it on something else.
next episode. Do it again
I'll try.
during the game.
All right. Well, listeners, remember there was a secret phrase uttered at some point during this episode. So
Not
if you
so
think
secret.
you know what it was, please email your guests to theguestroompodcast@gmail.com as to who said it and what they said. And if you are correct within 7 calendar days of this episode airing,
Were you about to say business days?
I thought about saying business days, but that would be untrue. Then you'll be entered into a drawing for some sweet guest room merch. For all of us here in the Guest Room Podcast, for Kevin, for KD, for Andy, and for Samara Monger, I'm Mike, and as always, farewell.